Good to be with you today. Hopefully, barring any weather event, our meal and our worship will be going on tonight, and we hope to see you tonight at those events. So we continue to be in the season of Epiphany, this season of light and understanding. And as part of that season, we're taking glimpses of the kingdom. What does the light shine on that shows us what the kingdom might be like? The last couple of weeks, we've been in the letter to the Corinthians, that troubled church, and what Paul has to tell them. This week, we're in the Gospel of Matthew. We're in the first 12 verses of chapter 5. And you know these verses well. We normally call these the Beatitudes. Jesus goes up onto a mountain and he begins to teach, and he says, "Blessed are." So what do we make of the Beatitudes? What do they tell us? What are they to show us? Well, basically, as we look at the Beatitudes, the blessings, we can break it into three parts. The first three are a blessing to those who are a margin on the society, right? Those who are kind of left out. And the blessings tell us that they are let into the kingdom. The next grouping, the next four blessings, are blessing upon those who embody this hoped for kingdom, those who practice justice and kindness and peacemaking. And then the last two blessings are upon those who suffer the consequences of those practices. And there are consequences, Jesus tells us, because even in his time, being meek and humble, being poor, being thirsty, being hungry, are not normally blessings in this world. Right? And we have to make sure that we understand the blessings in this way. They're not commandments, they're not rules, they're not laws that we tend to like, right? Let us know what exactly we have to do. That it's a glimpse into the hoped for kingdom. As I look at them, there's three principles that come to my mind of how we can live into the spirit of the Beatitudes. What would make those Beatitudes more practical in our life, right? They're really not practical in the way our world works. So the three principles I'm thinking of is simplicity, hopefulness, and now the third one just escaped. The compassion. Simplicity, hopefulness, compassion. As we read the Beatitudes, keep it simple, right? Take it for what they are. Leave behind your prejudices, your biases behind, your pre-assumptions of what they mean. Read them simply for what they are. Secondly, hopefulness. Instead of standing on the ground of fear and competition as our world does, stand on the ground of hopefulness. That the day will come if we continue practicing kindness and justice and peacemaking. The day will come when that will happen. And third, compassion. If the Beatitudes tell us anything, it's that we're all included. That we're all a part of God's kingdom. That we all belong to one another. The last thing I would say, as you meditate upon the Beatitudes, and I don't mean to be snarky, but what would happen if we hung the Beatitudes in our courthouses instead of the Ten Commandments? Right? What if we had that argument instead of the other one? What if blessings drove our living more than the rules and the shall nots? How would that make a difference on how we treat one another and how we can show others a glimpse of the kingdom? Just something to think about. We'll see you soon.